Welcome back to Stories with Consequences. This is episode 9 of our Frankenstein saga. This is it. This is the moment the entire story has been building towards. For 1 year, the creature has lived in the shadows. He has learned to speak. He has learned to read. He has learned to love. But he has never shown his face. He knows that his face is a curse. He knows that if people see him, they scream. But he has a plan. He believes that if he can just talk to the old blind manif, he can just let his soul speak before his body is seen, he can be accepted. Today, the monster takes the biggest gamble of his life. He is going to walk through that door. He is auditioning for humanity, and sadly, he is going to fail. And when he fails, the creature will finally become the monster. The day arrives. The young people, Felix, Agatha, and Sephi, decide to go for a long walk in the countryside. They leave the old blind father, Lacey, alone in the cottage. The creature watches them leave. His heart is pounding in his chest. He says his limbs were trembling. He actually considered turning back, but he forces himself to move. He walks to the door. He knocks. He enters. The old man cannot see him. He just hears a heavy footstep. The old man says, "Who is there?" The monster replies in French, the language he learned from them. He says he is a traveler looking for rest. The old man is kind. He offers him food. They start talking, and it works. The monster speaks eloquently. He talks about his troubles. He talks about being an outcast. The old man listens. He doesn't judge. He tells the stranger, the hearts of men, when unprejudiced by any obvious self-interest, are full of brotherly love. This is the tragedy. The blind man likes him. They connect. The monster begins to weep. He tells the old man that he has no friends, but he wants to join a family. The old man says, "I will help you." Who are these friends? Suddenly, the monster hears footsteps outside. The children are coming back early. He panics. He realizes this is his only chance. He grabs the old man's hand. He screams, "Now is the time. Save and protect me. You and your family are the friends I seek." The door flies open. Felix, Agatha, and Safi walk in. Imagine what they see. They see a giant, 8-foot demon clutching the knees of their helpless, blind father. They don't hear a conversation. They see an attack. Chaos erupts instantly. Agatha faints on the floor. Safi runs out of the cottage in terror. But Felix is brave. He sees a monster attacking his dad. He grabs a heavy stick and charges. He hits the monster with all his strength. He beats him again and again. Now remember, the monster can tear trees out of the ground. He could snap Felix in half like a twig, but he doesn't. He refuses to hurt the family he loves. He takes the beating, and then he runs. He runs back to his hovel. He collapses in the dark. He is shattered. He says, "I could have torn him limb from limb, as the lion rends the antelope, but my heart sank within me." He realizes that no matter how nice he is, humans will only ever see a monster. He waits in the woods for the family to calm down. He foolishly thinks maybe he can try again. But the next day, he sees them packing a cart. He hears Felix telling the landlord that they are leaving forever. They are terrified. They can never live there again. The monster watches them drive away. He is now completely alone. The link to humanity is broken, and this is when the sadness turns to rage. This is when the villain is born. He waits for nightfall. He goes into the empty cottage. He gathers straw and dry leaves, and he lights a match. He sets the house on fire. He stands outside and watches it burn. He says, "I danced with fury around the devoted cottage." He is celebrating the destruction of his own hope. He leaves the forest. He decides to go to Geneva to find his creator, Victor Frankenstein. On the way, he passes a rushing river. He sees a young girl slipping on the bank. She falls into the rapid water. She is drowning. Instinctively, the monster saves her. Even after everything, he still tries to be a hero. He dives in. He fights the current. He drags her to shore. He saves her life. But then, her father runs up. He sees a giant monster hovering over his daughter. He doesn't ask questions. He pulls out a gun. He aims, and he fires. The bullet hits the monster in the shoulder. He saved a child's life, and his reward was a bullet. This is the final straw. He rips the wound open in anger. He swears an oath to the universe. He says, "This was then the reward of my benevolence. I vowed eternal hatred and vengeance to all mankind." He is done trying to be Adam. He is now fully committed to being the devil. He is wounded. He is angry. And he is hunting. He is heading for Geneva. He knows that Victor Frankenstein has a family there, and he decides that if he cannot have happiness, then neither can Victor. In the next episode, the monster reaches Geneva, and he meets a little boy named William. Subscribe, because the horror is just beginning.